Hello and welcome to Chat G&G. I'm Gags. This is Grizz. How you doing, brother?
Doing all right, brother. Doing all right, considering it's that time of season where you're either wanting a break, need a break, or enforced into a break. And I think for Liverpool, well, as we'll get into, I think it's pretty much come at a good time. I don't know what you think.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No, I wanted to continue. Whilst we got 3 wins out of 3, I wanted the team to spend some more time together, especially with that coming in. It would have been nice rather than just splitting all up again. Would have been good to just keep everyone together for another couple of games. I really hate this post-transfer window international break. It annoys the hell out of me.
So the way I look at it, and obviously we're going to get into sort of the opening 3 games so far, but I think with the injuries to Bradley, Frimpong, chance to regain their fitness, minutes for the likes of Robertson, Bradley as well. Isak gets training with the Sweden squad and game time pretty much possibly. I just don't think we're ready to go into game after game after game the state of our squad. I absolutely accept and understand your theory about the team spending time together more, but I think it's a time to regain their fitness and match fitness, and then obviously, as I said, discuss the start and then come back and go again. I'm liking it. I'm not gonna lie. Normally I hate it, but I think it's come at a good time.
Fair enough. We can have different opinions on it. I don't mind.
Sure.
I mean, what were we going to say?
I was saying, you sure we can have different opinions on it? You want to find? You want to argue straight away? 3 seconds into the.
No, absolutely. I think you raised some good points. I think the Frimpong stuff is good. Like, as in, it's going to give Frimpong Bradley time to recover a couple of more weeks. I think we have missed them, but I guess the question is, would you keep Dharma right back?
Well, this is a conversation. I don't know if you want to go straight into it, but
let's do it.
I say first, we say hello to everyone who's joining us slowly but surely. Hope you guys are not as bored as some are. Hope you guys are all well and healthy and active. And yeah, we're here to discuss, as usual, the weekly or the situation, all things Liverpool.
Absolutely.
Post window. Is this our first show post window?
Yeah.
So I just want to point out, while I've got you live, you was talking a lot, shouting a lot about how you've got the number of transfers pretty much spot on until
it was 7 in the end, wasn't it?
Until Mark Gahey didn't join on the last day.
I need Mummy Dash Williams.
You can't do that, my brother. You can't do that. My brother, you can't just subtract and add.
What about Woody? We can add Woody in. He's first team.
We agreed. We agreed when you was on a flow. We agreed that the last list that you sent me, and I said, "Oh, you actually tweeted me and tagged me in it," and people will remember. I can't be bothered to find it now. You named the main major 7 signings, which I said, "Oh, Mania means I'll give it to you." People that don't understand Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, Mania means I'll give it to you, right? So I was ready to give him his applause. Mark Gahey doesn't sign, and obviously that's a disappointment in itself, but you must be gutted because there goes your meal.
No, I think I still got 7. It went over 7 basically, so I was fine. I was just choosing up 7.
You cheeky son, you can't do that. You can't just. Mark Gahey doesn't sign. Mark Gahey doesn't sign, so I'll add in the 3rd, 4th choice reserve keeper.
Well, come on, Mamadesh really can be added. That makes it 7.
Mamadesh was last season's agreement.
No, it's not. It's actually this season. It's not last season. You know it's not. You can't say that. It is this season. Everyone says.
Coach Parker wants to know what shirt is it you're wearing. I mean, that is
funny.
It's a thing of beauty, basically. It's a thing of beauty. I know Gags doesn't do it justice, people, but that is an absolute thing of beauty, and it's full sleeve. It's like one of those ones.
This is the one I wore on the last day of the season for the title trophy lift.
Brian, send me the link to that, and I'm getting it.
Well, they don't exist. This was bought in 2007. Just about got back into it now, Grizz, after all that time. So
Oh, now he's
hopefully, though,
realized. Oh, I see Crown Paints. Come on, Coach Parker.
yeah.
That is
Well,
classic Liverpool.
so I'm hoping they re-release this in the, like how the Adidas are going to start doing their stuff again. I'm
Yep.
hoping they re-release versions of this. I would like a blackout version as well. In black, it would be sick. This in black would sell out everywhere, personally.
Yeah.
But
I need
yeah,
to wear it. I
let's
think more justice. But go on.
yeah, I don't think you will. But let's just move over to Dom at right back. Now that you've popped my the balloon that I was kind of living in, and it's come crashing down. So Dom at right back, a lot of people are actually saying they would want to keep him at right back. What do you think? What do you all think? What does the chat think? Do you think that we should leave him there? Do we miss him too much elsewhere?
I think what it's established for the people that didn't appreciate his skills, and when I mean skills, hopefully the public and chat and whatever know what I'm talking about in terms of, I don't mean skills, drag overs, drag backs and flicks and tricks. I'm talking about his general footballing skills and strengths. He's a Swiss Army knife for Slot. He's an absolute man for all occasions for Arne Slot. Whether we like him as an individual player and in a certain role and he frustrates us and etc., I think we have to accept. And this is the chat we had on the Red Room last night. If you haven't checked it out, go and check out. Brilliant episode yesterday with the lads. I think he's become, and it'd be interesting take, I think he's become one of the first players on the team sheet. Not necessarily in midfield, not necessarily at right back or in a given position, but I think he's absolutely vitally important to whatever lineup or formation Arne Slot chooses to select. What do you think?
I really am like, it's really funny, Ganto saying, the Hungarian James Milner.
Hanji, everyone laughed at me when I said Hungarian Gerrard, but if that's a free kick of Gerrard-esque proportions and levels, and that was it. I mean, this guy, people already, of course, will know Steven Gerrard had a couple of heroic performances at right back for us, as well as playing in every other position, 10, central midfield, DM, 8, wide right, wide left. This guy has pretty much done it all in a very short space of time as well. So, as I said, I just want to put it out there. We're not going to do it as a poll, because it's international break. We want to be chilled and relaxed. But what does the public and you think, actually, Gags, about that?
I think, let's say what coach is going with here first. He could end up being a victim of his own ability against certain teams right back, but we miss his press. What sort of opposition do you guys think he should right back versus midfield? I think that's the next question. So great question there. Thank you, MK. We appreciate you. I do think Bradley and Frimpong should play in their position. You've got the squad. You should use it, right? Obviously, if Slot did decide that he wanted to play Dom in a team with Wirtz, Mac, Grav, and let's say Ekatika takes left wing one day, with Isaac and Mo, like if you have to bring Dom in to make it your strongest 11 to play anyone, then Dom could fit in at right back. Does that make sense? Like if you want to play Wirtz where he is, Mac where he is, Grav where he is, and you've got to shoehorn him in, then it's, yeah, you could play him there. But again...
So is it fair to say, so in that case, is it fair to say that as compared with the others who have limited positions and roles they could play, this guy can sort of cover pretty much every single position across the midfield and at either fullback?
Yeah, he could play right wing, left wing, right behind the number 10, and then he could play any of the roles in midfield. Like he played deeper one of the games.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And then now right back as well. Like what you're saying is the versatility is off the charts for him. I think the best thing we could do really is rotate him wherever we need him. I think he becomes Mr. Versatility this season. Literally, he's a name on the sheet, but it's where.
This is my point.
We'll be guessing it every game, like where is he playing?
So,
personally, you know what I would, you know
so
what I would.
is my take not as hot as some would imagine or think when I first say or anyone says it about Dominic Szoboszlai? It's probably first 3 or 4 names on the team sheet, would we say?
I mean, if you got Mo, Isaac, VVD, and Allison, he's not.
After that 4. Are we putting Isak in? So we're putting Isak in straight away in the top.
Like when he's 100% fit, yeah, you can't. You buy someone like that and he's 100% playing. You know, like
All right,
that's
okay.
he's,
So
he's
so
playing
so
the game.
Allison, I don't think we should count Allison because there's no one else. Suppose like can't cover and go. So Allison is
What do
Allison.
you mean
So
out of the 10?
outfield,
Okay.
so outfield players, right? Salah,
Mm.
Virgil, Isak,
Ibu has to play. We have no other choice.
Evu, and then Szoboszlai or Gravenberch, McAllister.
Yeah, those 3 are pretty much. I mean, this is the thing. If you ask me, I think this is where the debate comes from everyone else. For me, Dom has to play every game. So I
That's
agree with you.
suggesting, but there could
Yeah.
be arguments about saying
There would be 100% arguments about midfield. I want to see Slot. See, everybody argues with me in Discord about this, but I actually want to see Slot move Wirtz to the left on some games, not permanently, guys. He should be 10. On some games, move Wirtz left, let Dom play 10, and let them rotate in the game. Because it'll confuse opposition big time if they're just switching left and right, the centre and the left between them. But his physicality, like MK saying here, it's his physicality that suits the Premier League the most, you know. And we miss it when he's not in there and that upper half of the pitch. Like, even though he played right back and he was fantastic there,
prime example. Absolutely spot on. Prime example, we don't even have to go back a lot. Let's go back to our last league game against Arsenal. And I thought the midfield was overrun, overpowered, basically just over-battled, over-physicaled. That's a word. Until actually Dom went into midfield.
Well,
when Bradley came on,
back, but actually, when Bradley came on, yeah.
When Bradley came on, we finished the game by far the stronger team. And I think there was elements of Dominic's, I call him demonic Szoboszlai that helped with that. His energy and vigor in that last 15, 20 minutes when everyone else was floundering, it's immense. I mean, this guy is super levels of fitness. He's freaky natures of fitness. And that example of, I know Ganto, our resident Elvis Presley lookalike, was saying about the Hungarian Milner. But I see where you're coming from with the Hungarian Milner shout. Obviously not in terms of pace and power and size, but I mean in terms of durability, endurance, levels of stamina, and flexibility of positions. I absolutely see it. But yeah, it's an interesting one what we do. Look, I agree with you. Bradley and Frimpong have to be our go-to fullbacks. But if they're not available,
he has to play.
He has to play there. He's okay. I think we'll all agree that he's a much better option than Curtis Jones there.
Yeah. No way. Curtis should never play right back. This guy has it. I mean, there's people saying in our Discord and elsewhere, if he wants to be, he could be the best right back in the world.
I think he has the potential. I think he has the potential to be a sensational fullback.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got everything.
You got to remember he adds pace and height and strength to the back four as well on set pieces. Did you see how many times he manhandled Martinelli and didn't let him get any header or anything on the far post?
To be honest, I was really impressed with Wirtz. Did you see how he was manhandling Gabriel? Just like, nope, you're not going.
The second half performance from Wirtz was so encouraging. Maybe we'll move on to them because we're going to discuss the.
No, let's definitely move on to him. I think Wirtz. A lot of people are, sleeping a little bit on him. I think the Wirtz start is definitely, something that we should cover. So let's go there right now. I mean, yes, it hasn't been the best start. If you watch the games and that we have, the first game actually wasn't that bad. I think people were probably going a bit too overboard, but I think he was okay. First game wasn't terribly bad. He got an assist in the community shield. People forget about that already as well. So there were things, but I think the Newcastle game wasn't great, and then the first half of Arsenal just wasn't very good. But I think that's more down to how we were, you know, Arsenal the way they were set up and playing, and also the way we just couldn't find. If you watch like the VIP cam that was on Wirtz, I don't know if you've had the time to watch it, but there's like 15 minutes of just his movements. He made so many movements in the right direction, like in the right positions. I think it's more the players do not know him yet, do not know his runs yet, and he's making all these runs for them, but they're not finding him. And then when he does get it, he's playing central. Is it new to him? Is he used to playing left? Because when he's central, there's too many players around him. He's getting pushed off, or three people around him. He needs to settle in that role. I think it's something that he's going to have to get used to. But I think Slot should just recover him a little bit and let him play on the left sometimes and give him that, a kind of confidence booster. So he gets involved in the game more on the left, a bit more space on the left, do a bit more dribbling from there, get that confidence up a little bit. That's what I would do. I'd kind of shift him around a little against different opposition. Like, for example, Burnley. Maybe the 10 will be perfect there. Maybe not. Will they come to play? Will they come to just sit 10 minutes? I don't know. I don't watch Burnley, but it depends how teams are going to play. And Arsenal are the worst of the worst in terms of trying to play football against. Like,
I'm going to assess it over 4 games as well. I'm going to
well,
include
no, it should be 15 games, to be honest. It should
no,
always
no,
be.
no, 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 no.
Oh, him now, the 4 games.
No, what I mean is I'm going to include the Charity Shield, not because I thought it's a relevant trophy suddenly, whatever, anything like that. I just think it's a competitive game against a very competitive Palace team. It was almost played like a league game, and Palace showed how much it meant to them and everything else with the celebration. I thought he was fantastic in that opening 45 minutes against Palace, and there was a lot of things that got me excited, and I thought, okay, we can work with this.
Yeah.
And then we come to the game against Bournemouth. Now we know Bournemouth are probably one of the best drilled and coached teams in the Premier League. Areola has done a fantastic job, and you could see that Bournemouth knew exactly every player knew their role in that team. You could see, and it was disjointed from Liverpool. But again, there were encouraging signs. Newcastle away is without doubt one of the hardest trips in the Premier League, and add to that all the emotion and the toxicity around it, it was never going to be easy. They have probably one of the most physical midfields in world football, I'd say. And again, that didn't help. And no one played well against Newcastle. No one. So to target Wirtz was unfair. Coming to Arsenal, I thought it was a game of two halves. I think slowly but surely we saw Wirtz grow into the game. And again, Arsenal, in my opinion, Arsenal are the hardest team to play against in Europe in terms of finding pockets of space. I think their setup of 4 centre-backs predominantly and 3 DMs predominantly, and including wing-backs like Martinelli and Madueke, defensive wingers, I think it's the hardest setup to find space against. But in that second half, he showed me lots to work with. You're right, that cam, whatever you called it, showed me his touches.
Yeah.
And you was talking about the strength he showed in protecting the ball at certain situations. I think it's been unfair, but I expect it. It's 2025, it's the age of social media.
Have I lost? Have I lost you there? Oh, in the back.
Sorry, am I back? Where was I?
Yeah, you're back.
Considering it's social media 2025, I don't agree with it. I don't condone it, but I get it. All eyes, all spotlight will be on a British transfer record that plays for Liverpool. Every move will be scrutinised, and he will learn how to deal with that. And I think he's got the temperament and the composure and the skill levels to overcome it as well. So I'm good with him so far. You're right, he's not been sensational, but I don't think it's been as bad as obviously certain sections of social media are making out. So there's very good signs.
No, but I think the other thing is that a lot of people are forgetting, and obviously comparing to like Grealish and all this, like who's Grealish played, which teams has he played, and he's, in the league.